Hi everyone, so today I'm going to go over my empties for the month of September. Like always, I'm going to have these in categories in case you're only interested in certain items. I'm going to start off with skincare, and I do have quite a few sheet masks for this month. I now mainly just have these Tony Moly ones, so I did get through how many red wine? 3 red wines. So this is my favorite one. That's why I have a lot of them, but I have a lot of backups, so there's no need for me to like repurchase them anytime soon, but I do like that one the most. We have like elasticity. This is I'm pomegranate. This one's kind of okay. I think it's mainly the scent that makes them different from one another. And then I finished my last one of the clear skin I'm rice. I would say this is my second favorite one, but I think out of all of them, I would get the I'm red wine. Okay, and I did finish up a sachet. This was a free sample that I got from my Black Friday order last year from Wish Trend. They gave me a sachet of the Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Serum. So this one, there's actually quite a lot in this little sachet. Maybe I just don't use a lot on my face, but I was able to use up maybe like the entire sachet over the course of 2 uses on my face and my neck. However, I feel like this is more of a hydrating serum, which I don't really feel the need to use because I can just hydrate my skin with either my toner step, my essence step, or my cream step. So I'd rather do like an active, like something with antioxidants or like an exfoliating toner. So I don't really feel the need to purchase this. But it does work in terms of hydration, but I don't really need like any more, is what I'm trying to say. Unless my skin is dry, so I wouldn't repurchase that, but it is a good product. Next product that I was able to finish up was from the brand Skin Food. This is the Rich Essence. However, I use this as a serum step because it's very thick and it comes in a dropper bottle. So I really love this essence slash serum. However, I feel like I liked it more the first time that I used it. And I feel like this time it was a little bit less thick, but I think this is really good for let's say you do like an exfoliating toner and stuff and your skin feels a little bit irritated, and this just kind of calms it down. And I would use this in my morning or my AM routine and my nighttime routine. However, sometimes I would feel that this would be a little bit too thick for the morning, so I feel like it would make my skin look extra glowy and or greasy in the morning. So I would probably repurchase this maybe like down the line. However, it's kind of like whatever, but it did do a good job at like calming down my skin a little bit. Okay, next we have like some random like body care, hair care items. So when I was doing Pinch Me, they did send over this free sample of the Tupuma. This is a shower oil and it's really small. It's 3 milliliters. So it did look a little bit milky and it has a very strong flower, or is it like a rose scent? Let me go ahead and open it. Yeah, it's like fresh cut roses, very dewy, very green like, and it's pretty strong. So I use this after I use some Lush products just because I find that it kind of strips my skin, and I felt like this was really good in order to bring back some more hydration. However, the scent isn't really for me, so I wouldn't purchase it, and I'm not even sure where to purchase it. Maybe Amazon, that would be the case. But I find that I can get shower oils pretty much anywhere. Like I know a good one that a lot of people use is like the Nivea in shower conditioner or shower oils. They have different names for them. So what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't repurchase this one, and the scent isn't really for me. All right, next product we have is a hair care product. This is the Aussie 3-minute Miracle Moist Deep Hair Conditioner. I've used this since middle school, and despite the fact that I'm pretty sure this smells like coconut, it just brings back nostalgia to me. So I really like this. I would use it each time I would shower, which probably isn't good because I know that sometimes when you use hair mask each time that you shower, it could cause too much protein in your hair, and that's not good. However, it didn't really irritate my hair or anything with the fact that I used it every time. This is a part of their TerraCycle, so I do have a shampoo or conditioner that I use like within the past year or so that my sister's going to send back to TerraCycle. So after I'm done, I do try to like rinse it out. There is some excess in there, so I'm going to try to go ahead and get that out. But yeah, it's just a very nice watery coconut scent. It reminds me a little bit of like the coconut fresh type scents from Bath and Body Works, but not like the Bodycare type. So yeah, this one I would repurchase it. I got it from Walmart, and honestly, I'm using this Garnier Fructis conditioner. It's not a hair mask, but I feel like it's not doing what this hair mask did for me. Maybe it's just because I've grown accustomed to it. But yeah, would recommend this. Really like it. I don't know if it has like silicones or anything. It probably does. But I feel like it works well for my hair. Okay, next we have, I guess, a random product. So I use this in the shower because I wasn't going to use it in my essential oil diffuser. My friend got me this. So it's from the brand Lomi. It's lavender. But when I tell you that this smells so stale and like it went bad. So I was going to use it in the shower, like 4 drops each time, but that just didn't work out. It smells like lavender and like Play-Doh and clay. It's not good. It's almost like of a lavender scented clay mud pie. I don't know. It's just not good. So I wouldn't recommend this. I think it came with the essential oil mist that my friend gifted me. I kind of just have it as decor because I don't really care for essential oil misters like that. So I'm glad I finished this up, and I would not recommend that like at all. All right, next category we have is home fragrance, which is kind of big this go around. I'm not sure why. So anyways, I finished up one Lush product. I'm gonna go ahead and reuse this bag, but I finished up an aroma and bath melt in my candle crock. So initially I tried to use this up in my Scentsy warmer, but it just did not perform. But I found using a candle crock that it did perform. I also used it under my candle lamp. It didn't work as well as I did in my crock. I can't speak to a tea light warmer or a plate warmer because I didn't try that. But long story short, I didn't like it at first because obviously it didn't perform. But then I started to smell it a lot more. I feel like this is something that you have to let the candle crock go for like 2 hours plus. And I feel like the Snow Fairy scent that I got was very sweet, yet buttery, because obviously this has a lot of butters and stuff. So I wouldn't repurchase it at full price, maybe when it goes 50% off, because I highly doubt a lot of people are going after this product. It's not a hot ticket item like, let's say, the Yog Nog gift set that's gonna come up for the Christmas range. Anyways, long story short, this failed to meet my expectations. Then when I readjusted my expectations, it met it, and I'm cool with it. So I would repurchase it, but I'm not going out of my way to get it again this year. Okay, we have some like small business, aka vendor wax. So we have one from Boots and Mascara. This was a free sample that she gifted me. Honey apple cider. I wrote down the fragrance notes in the back. So those are all the fragrance notes: fruity, green apple, honey, cinnamon bark, nuts, creamy caramel, maple sugar, cider spice. Wow, it's a lot of fragrance notes. Warm French vanilla. And the inspiration was a BBW cider lane candle. I remember when I first got this, I think I needed to let it rest because initially I could only get like that cider note. But then as time passed, I was starting to get more of like the apple, a little drizzle of honey and stuff. I can't necessarily say that I get a lot of that maple sugar or the vanilla, but I think I would have if I would have let this rest a little bit more. Anyways, I used this in my Scentsy warmer and I couldn't really smell it because it was a very, very small sample. And then also this fly decided to dive into my wax and it just kind of like killed the mood because I felt like I was warming its dead body and I don't know, it was just very grotesque. So anyways, I'm not the biggest fan of apple scents, but this is a very nice fall kind of fresh scent, not too heavy on the spices, which I did enjoy. And I'm going to reuse this bag to maybe rehome some of my other wax that might need it. All right, next one we have is from Rose Girls, Out of Sight, Out of Mind. This one is pink coconut, campfire marshmallows, bum bum, Sol de Janeiro type. Despite the fact that I don't like coconut scents, I think I liked it that it had the Sol de Janeiro bum bum type. I feel like I really toned down that coconut note. And I feel like the pink sugar, is it pink sugar? Or no, pink coconut. Well, to me, pink coconut makes me think of like of a more sugary coconut. And I definitely think that is the case. It's almost like of a cotton candy smell. Yeah, so while I don't think I would go out of my way to purchase this, I would say that this made me think, hey, just because something has coconut doesn't mean that I'm going to right off the bat dislike it, which this one was good. But again, I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it. Then we have some samples from brand The Candle Nurse, Forgotten Cherry. So this one has a lot of fragrance notes: bitter almond, black cherry, cherry liqueur, jasmine, sambac, vanilla, tonka bean, clove, cedar, patchouli, vetiver, pour date, June 4th, 2024. So this one was a good interpretation of Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and I feel like if you don't like that woody aspect from the Tom Ford dupes and stuff, I've never tried the original, but I've tried a lot of dupes, and sometimes it can have like a very synthetic accord. So either the cherry smells very like kind of cheap, artificial, or the wood note makes it lean a little bit masculine. And I feel like this one was a good blend in the sense that I feel like I got more of that boozy cherry note. It's kind of hard to smell because obviously I already used it. I weighed her bags and they weigh approximately like 0.7, 0.8 ounces, which is perfect for me because I tend to like that weight. So not over an ounce, but more than half an ounce. So I would purchase this one, but it's a special occasion type of a scent. All right. Next one, we have Tree of Life. Again, this was a free sample. Scent notes: mandarin, yuzu, vanilla, spun sugar, sandalwood, cinnamon, gardenia, orange blossom, bitter orange, angelica root, patchouli, juniper berry, pour date, July 18th. So this one really surprised me because I was like a little bit thrown by all the fragrance smells. I thought, ooh, I can't really say that I like patchouli. I don't really like yuzu all that much. But this was a very good clear the air type of a scent. The first notes that I got were the yuzu and the bitter orange. And I feel like this acted as almost like of a odor eliminating wax melt, which is pretty funny. I used this in my medium-sized bedroom and it was like really good at getting rid of this popcorn odor that I had in my room because I made myself like a little bag of popcorn. And of course, I feel like I didn't want to open up the window because it was really hot that day. And I think this was a good way to like get rid of the smell. So I would probably buy this, maybe more so if I wanted to use it for odor eliminating purposes during the summer. Yeah, so that's to say that there's other scents from Emily that I want to try out, but this would be a repurchase maybe later down the road. Okay, I almost missed out on these two small wax samples, so let me go over them very quickly. First one is from the Candle Nurse. This is her fragrance Strawberry Fields. Fragrance notes: strawberry jam, strawberry shortcake, vanilla bean. Pour date July 14th, 2024. I used this in my Scentsy warmer and it lasted a good 2 days. Emily's wax pretty much always performs. My biggest issue with this is that I mainly just pick up on that strawberry jam note. I don't get much of the strawberry shortcake or the vanilla bean. If anything, maybe the strawberry shortcake just amplifies the strawberry note, but I mainly just get that fragrance oil. I'm not exactly sure why. I do enjoy it, but I kind of want something else because her scents, Emily's scents are always very complex and stuff, and this one kind of threw me for a loop. So I would say that this one would be better to blend with something else, but it does perform. I do have to say that if you really love strawberry scents, but I do like the strawberry jam note in here. All right, so there's that. Next one we have is from a relatively new to me vendor. So this is from Athane and Alchemy. Honeysuckle Rain. I got this as a sample. Fragrance notes: Summer Rainstorm, Lily of the Valley, Honeysuckle Nectar, Crushed Violet Petals. So this is a scent that I would never really get because I'm not a floral type person, but I do like the like aquatic note in here, probably from the rainstorm note. Let me smell it. So unfortunately, this one didn't really perform well in my Scentsy warmer. I didn't try it in any other like hot plate, candle crock, or anything like that. So I would say that it was like a light medium for about the first 3 hours or so, and then it kind of died out, mellowed out and stuff. So I didn't really get much of a fragrance from it. However, I believe that this was recently poured, so I probably realistically should have waited like at least 2 weeks, but I was very angsty and I wanted to see how it would perform. However, the scent isn't for me, so I think I'm going to wait for the remainder of my wax to cure. So yeah, that those are my thoughts on these two fragrances that I almost forgot about. Let's go back to the video. So this one I got it at Ross on sale, Galapagos Island from Homesick. I did a dedicated review for this and I got it on sale for I think it was $7.49. Originally, it's $14.99 at Ross. So this one was a very interesting scent. However, I knew from the get-go that it was probably going to be light, and you're probably going to be a little bit disgusted by the amount of soot around there. Surprisingly, I couldn't see it, but I think it had to do with the fact that I wanted to smell this fragrance, and it was really light. So I put it in a hurricane, which caused like a bunch of heat to be retained, and the wick was very large and in charge. Yeah, so it was very large and bright. So I feel like also the wick tended to curl into one side, so it So if I like show you the candle, it tended to curl towards the label. So that's why there's more soot on this side than there is on this side. Galapagos Island was a really nice scent. The box that I still have lists the fragrance notes: prickly pear, rainwater, citron, oak moss, wild fern, lily of the valley, Palo Santo, sandalwood, coconut. Thankfully, I couldn't get the coconut all that much. I mainly got just this aquatic, kind of mossy fragrance. I feel like it evoked the feel that you would get from Galapagos Island because it's an island, obviously. So you're getting wafts of like the ocean air, the rainwater. There's a lot of vegetation, wildlife. So I thought that this was a good interpretation of what Galapagos Island would smell like. Would I repurchase this? No, but I would try another fragrance from Homesick. And ideally, I would want more than one wick, but you know, like if I get just one wick for $7.49, okay, I'll go ahead and try that again. But yeah, it was like a soot factory. I just couldn't see it. I think the soot just stayed in the candle because, yeah, again, for some reason, despite the container looking like this, I didn't see anything. Oh, but thankfully, it was like Homeworks where it burned pretty much all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and then I have two more candles. So one of them, no, I think both of them I have dedicated reviews on. So we have the new and not improved Scentworks from Slacken & Co. This was Pineapple Passion. I also got this at Ross for $5.99. Thinking back, I probably shouldn't have paid $5.99. But anyways, this one was a 2-wick. If you're wondering like, oh, wow, that like wicks really off to the corner, I ended up putting this in my candle crock and under my candle lamp. This one surprisingly did better under my candle lamp, and it was really nice and it lasted a long time, but while burning it was extremely light and I couldn't really get anything. So the fragrance notes at the bottom read, let's see, pink pineapple, mango, coconut, white rum. Thankfully, I didn't get a lot of the coconut. The predominant notes that I got were just a very tropical, fruity pineapple mango medley, and the rum wasn't super apparent as well. So yeah, this one was I was gonna say a disgrace. This one wasn't like a good performer. It was very light. If you are someone like me who enjoys very strong fragrances, this kind of wasted my time. And I think it's because the new Scentworks candles that are in this format with the cheapy like grocery store lid, those were manufactured in Vietnam, whereas the older ones were made in the USA. So yeah, wouldn't recommend this. Maybe if you find it for cheap and like want to make wax melts out of it, okay, but if you want some very strong fragrances, I don't think this will be the brand for you. Oh my gosh, anymore. All right, speaking of low throws, we have one from Trader Joe's. This is Vanilla Pumpkin. So this is new, or not new, this is a returning scent for the fall. Oh my gosh, my dog is like crying. So anyways, this is a returning scent for the fall. Vanilla and pumpkin, it's pretty much self-explanatory. It's just this lightly spiced, creamy vanilla pumpkin. Not a lot of spice. And I feel like they did kind of change the formulation, whereas before I feel like I would have a lot of, what do you call it, wax cling on or like tunneling by the midway mark. Oh, okay. Obviously, I melted this. I put this in my candle crock under my candle lamp. But at this point, it looked like this, just burning. So the only problem was that this scent was very light. And I think it has to do with just either the wick or the soy wax blend. So going forward, I'm going to try to stick only to buying the 2-wick format for candles from Trader Joe's. So I really love this scent, but unfortunately, it didn't really perform well either under my candle lamp. I would give it a very light, but not as light as it was burning. Maybe I would say that Trader Joe's candles and the single wick tins are good for when you're in a pinch or for your casual candle burner, not someone who's like super into like heavy hitter fragrances probably. Okay, next we have a bunch of reed diffusers. All right, okay. Lightning round. So the first DW reed diffuser that I used up was the one that was in my sister's room. This is Bubble Bath. So this predominantly smelled like a soft rose scent mixed with a little bit of musk. And the bad thing about this one is that it was extremely light. I hardly smelled it. And I would say that it's not weak. Horrible? Hold on. What adjective am I trying to find? I wouldn't even recommend this for a bathroom because it was that light is what I'm trying to say. So my sister didn't smell this at all, and I believe I paid regular price for this, surprisingly. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend this, but it's a very pretty scent. So I would recommend the fragrance, not the reed diffuser. So they sometimes have these in either a candle format, which never scratch that, I wouldn't recommend that. Maybe like a room spray mist, that'd be okay. So yeah, good scent, not good execution. And then the next one is another one that I like the scent, but again, it didn't perform. This one is a very, almost like a cleaner lemon type scent with like a little hint of sugar. So this is fresh lemon. Again, this was in my sister's room. Surprisingly, I had these two going together and you couldn't really smell it. So this is another one that I wouldn't recommend in the rediffuser, but yes, in the room spray. And again, I haven't had any luck with the DW candles. So basically, I can't really speak to the candle format of this, but it's a really good scent. I feel like if you're picky with lemon fragrances, this might be a little bit too astringent, cleaner lemon type for you. But I personally like it. Sadly, I didn't really get much fragrance out of it. Okay, next one, we have one that I did like, but again, this one was more of a softer fragrance. All right, so then the next rediffuser that I finished up, it was in my room. This is Sand and Paws, which is an off-brand of Sand and Fog in the scent Vanilla Sandalwood. So this one was another light rediffuser. It wasn't as light as the DW Bubble Bath and the DW Fresh Lemon. However, it wasn't like that much stronger either. So I had that in the corner of my room when I would sometimes pass by to like do my skincare and stuff. So I really liked it. It was a very soft, creamy vanilla mixed with wood, but not like that wood that it's borderline masculine. I feel like this is like one that's more, I don't know, it feels like a warm hug with vanilla mixed in. So it's a good, I would say, year-round scent. And unfortunately, it just didn't really project as much as I wanted it to. And I feel like the scent isn't really bathroom appropriate, at least in my opinion. But I would try another scent from Sand and Paws, and I think I already have another vanilla as well as a citrus, so we'll see how that goes. Even though this didn't perform that well, if I find it cheap enough, I'll probably buy it. I think I bought it for like $3 or $4. Okay, here's one that I do not recommend. I believe I got it from Home Goods. I'm not even sure what's the brand name, and it's kind of like messy right now. It just looks, ooh, is that the brand name? It's like Luminous or something. Anyways, it looked really cute, like a gingerbread house type of thing, and this thing took forever to finish. I would say that I put it in my room maybe like months ago. So this has been going on for like 8+ months. And it's a very nice fragrance, but it just, I don't know, it just took forever and I wasn't really getting much. So this one smells like a kind of like a cashmere wool scent, kind of like of a sweater that's not as warm as the vanilla sandalwood. I don't really get much vanilla out of here. Yeah, it just smells kind of like, I don't know, like sewing supplies, like wool sheets or something like that. Unfortunately, this one didn't perform at all, and I feel like it took forever to finish up. So I'm glad I'm done with that, even though despite the fact that it looks kind of cute as decor. So I wouldn't recommend that, and I think I paid like $6 for this. So out of all the rediffusers that I showed right now, I think I would recommend, or I would repurchase again, the Sand and Paws Vanilla Sandalwood. So for the last two remaining home fragrance items, we have some car scents. So the first one is, okay, I had a feeling that my dad wouldn't give me back the little trees that I gave him, so I kept the little packaging. So this is in the scent Crisp Autumn Air. I got it in a pack of 3, so this obviously wasn't the price of one. It was a pack of 3, so I got it for $2.50. And this one just smells like, yeah, like fall leaves with like a little hint of maybe like outdoor air or something like that. Yeah, my dad didn't like it because he's like, oh, it just smells kind of like a craft store, less all the spice. And I'm just like, kind of true. So I have 2 more of these. I wouldn't repurchase them, but I'll go ahead and use it when the temperature gets a little bit cooler. And then the other one that I got, it was a free sample that was included in my Etsy order from Boots and Mascara. This is a Scentsy Scent Circle. I believe it was like vanilla coconut, perhaps. Oh, coconut. I lied. It was coconut lemongrass. So again, I don't really like coconut and I do smell the coconut. And compared to the other Scentsy Scent Circles that only lasted maybe like 2 days or so, this one lasted a good like 5-6 days. I can smell it right now. But yeah, it's not really a scent that I want to smell. I wish the lemongrass was a little bit stronger. Ideally, I would want this to be 100% lemongrass, but I'm getting like 90% coconut. But I don't know if that's because I don't like coconut, so my nose picks up on it more. So anyways, I would not repurchase any scent circles, or I wouldn't go out of my way to get any scent circles, but I think they're fun to use and stuff. However, I feel like the little trees perform a little bit better in my car. Okay, going on to the miscellaneous products that I finished up, I have one toothpaste. This is the Sensodyne Pro Enamel Gentle Whitening Advance. I think that this one, my parents purchased it at Costco because it's kind of big now, like with shrinkflation, like the toothpaste tubes are like this big. So anyways, I used this Sensodyne Pro Enamel in the morning, and then I use Colgate, Crest, stuff like that at night because I feel like I like to alternate my toothpaste. Not that I feel like my teeth get like accustomed to a certain thing, but I feel like I'm the type of person that I don't really like cool minty breath in the morning, and I feel like that like bread or the coffee that you have right after you brush your teeth is just very unpleasant, and I feel like this taste is mild enough where it kind of immediately like the taste goes away from your mouth. Anyways, so I really like this. I would repurchase it. It's good, and it's good for those people like me who like to eat right after you brush your teeth. And then the next one we have is some the Patch brand Focus vitamin patches. So it was like some clear, very small patches in a pack of 15. And I know my sister said that she felt her blood circulating more. This was the second one that I finished up. However, I felt like some of them were really easy to like peel off of my skin because you have to put it over your veins. And I feel like the retail price of it or the price on Amazon, it's a little bit too expensive. I got it on sale for I think about $3 for a whole pack. Originally they were $5.99, so I wouldn't repurchase it even if I found it for $5.99 for $3. However, there's this other patch that I really liked that had like hemp and stuff, so I would repurchase that one, but not this one. So yeah, this was an okay patch. However, I wouldn't repurchase it, and I think honestly, I couldn't really tell a difference when I had it and when I didn't have it. All right, so that is everything that I finished for the month of September. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.